welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Monday Motivation, where we talk about your crafting businesses and motivation and Q&As and all of the things about business related, craft business related things on Monday, each and every Monday. Well, most Mondays, because occasionally I miss one, and say lovey, right? And, that's how it is, right? Real life. But today we are talking about what sold this month, April. Okay, so if you watched my a previous video, I'll leave a card somewhere up there, about like what to do when your craft business is slow. I filmed that at the very beginning of April, when March was just kind of slow, wasn't like that, wasn't a whole lot going on, and then April hit, and wow, like it has been busy. And the name of the game this month has been shirts. I have done so many shirts this month, like a ton. I haven't kept up with posting a lot of them. A lot of you guys ask me where I sell a lot of my things, and a lot of you have found me through my Facebook page and things like that. I am really terrible about keeping that up, y'all, like really terrible. I finally created like a group page, that way I could just be a little bit better, it's a little bit more interactive, because sometimes when people post to a business page, you don't see it, or I don't know, I'm not really the best with that. I do sell in the majority of my items through Facebook, but it's not actually directly through my business page. It's usually like Facebook Marketplace or just word of mouth and things like that. But anyway, I've been trying to be this month a little bit better about using that group page. Be sure, I'll try to leave a link in the description box below to that, so be sure and check that out. Again, I'm just kind of getting it all set up, but you're welcome to send me messages and things, and I'll reply all of that things. And of course you can leave comments in the down here, and we'll talk about that too. So what sold? Shirts. Okay, so what all else was like in April, right? We had my son's prom. Let me show you a picture, because I'm a proud mama. And it's been really busy. It's the end of the year, so we're looking at field trips and end of the year things for scouts. And end of the year we did the last play for drama for my son, and just a lot of things are ending and getting ready to tie up to start summer. So it's been really a busy time in my life, as well as business things. And it's, again, you never know, or I say you never know. You can kind of predict, trends and things like that. But we do a lot of woodworking things, and I've sold a few woodworking things this month, and I will leave you some pictures of what I'm getting ready. I just posted some on our local marketplace to sell for upcoming for Mother's Day, Memorial Day, and I'll get to that in a minute. But really, the name of the game this month in April has been shirts. Done lots of shirts, lots of baby onesies, things like that. Lots of babies being born this month, and so just loving all the adorable cuteness of that. Yeah, so that's been really, I'm thinking, what else sold in April? And I'm like, oh my gosh, all I remember is doing a whole bunch of shirts, right? And of course, Easter was in April, and I did a few Easter items and things like that, but not as many as I expected. That's another thing that I was surprised about, is that and again, one of the things that always surprises me is that I will think something's going to sell. Sorry, I had to move a little bit. And I'll list it and everything, and I'll get all of these messages with people wanting to order, but it's not what I listed. So don't be discouraged if you list something out there and you're like, oh my gosh, this is going to sell, and then you don't sell any, because a lot of times you sell a lot of other things, and that's good too. Just putting your products out there. That's what you want to do. One of the things that I try to follow holidays, but sometimes it's good just to follow trends, and it starts with one person. So I had this friend of mine, she's a nurse, and as you all have, I'm sure, seen in the media, there was a senator that said something really, really stupid about nurses. And I work in a medical clinic, so all of us that work in the medical field are like, You said what, right? So anyway, a friend of mine wanted this shirt. I'll show you a picture of it. And then I just got exploded, and I ended up doing a ton of them. Super cute, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google it. Just you'll find it. Maybe I'm just like maybe I'm just more aware because I'm in the medical profession, that kind of thing, right? For my day job. So anyway, I did a lot of nurses shirts this month, and I just wanted to shout out, like, y'all are some of the hardest working people that I know. Like, nurses are, oh my gosh, we have a lot of people in our clinic, but our nurses, like, and our MAs, like, y'all run like crazy, like crazy. And so I don't know how you do it. And anytime, I've spent a lot of time in the hospital, not myself as a patient, but like when my mom was in the hospital, some of you know that she passed away several years ago, but she was in and out of the hospital for weeks at a time. And I spent a lot of time, and I have not met one lazy nurse ever. I've never seen a nurse play cards. And so, they're just incredibly hard workers. And so anyway, love you guys. But anyway, I did do a lot of nurses shirts, so did a lot of those. Just a lot of Easter shirts. I did some, I'll show you a picture. So I did some of those, the BRB shirts, and I did the YOLO shirts, and I did some faith shirts. Yeah, just shirts. As far as baby onesies, I did a lot of the, what did they call it? I have to get my phone out and take a look at my picture, and then I'll post it. It's the guess what chicken butt shirts, onesies. Those were hilarious. I did a whole bunch of those. So again, that was really the majority of the things that sold. Again, I did a few things for Easter, but just nothing to write home about. Nothing like last year. Like last year, I feel like I did a ton of Easter baskets, and I just didn't. I mean, I did a few, but not like last year. Part of that was probably that I didn't promote them as much. We have a lot of, I've mentioned this in some of my other videos, but there's a lot of competition when it comes to vinyl crafts and things, and there was a lot of people selling Easter baskets and things in our area, so it just wasn't something that I really pushed this year. I probably could have. And again, don't worry if there's competition. It's not, I was just busy with other things, so it wasn't a big deal. But put yourself out there. Don't try to undercut everybody. Just stay in the price lane, and make your work even better. And if there's something you can do extra above and beyond, that's where it is, right, guys? And so just keep on keeping on, right? And so but so many people worry about the competition because it seems like everybody has a vinyl cutter nowadays. But you do you, and you be genuine, and the orders will come in, guys. They really will. They really will. So again, not a whole lot to say about April except shirts. I did do a one mom fail, and I did a craft that I didn't sell, but I probably could have now looking back. Totally forgot to order prom flowers. Yeah. So I ended up having to make my son's boutonniere and corsage for his girlfriend. So let me show you that. Anyway, that was just another little random craft. Again, not something business related, but it could be business related if that's your craft. If you are really good at doing floral arrangements, I am just semi-okay. They were fresh flowers. They were not silk flowers. But I got it done. Actually ended up being a lot cheaper than what I had ordered for last year, so it actually worked out well, and it was beautiful, smelled wonderful, and looked pretty, and she was gorgeous, and he was so handsome, so it worked out. But so again, that's one thing that while it's not part of my business, maybe it is yours, and maybe you're really good at flowers, and if so, next year, plan on prom corsages. Or some of you guys have prom coming up in like May because you have it later than what we do. Plan on prom corsages, or even like Mother's Day corsages. Those are always a really great thing too. So keep that in mind if that's a craft that you're in. So moving forward, it's been a busy few weeks and I feel like I'm a little behind the game on Mother's Day. Oh my goodness. Like I've just been busy. I was also sick. I did a video a couple years ago about having trigeminal neuralgia, and I had a bad flare up for like a week. And so I was just kind of out of commission for about a week, where I was just in a lot of pain. Again, if you don't know what trigeminal neuralgia is, you can Google it, or you can go, and I'll try to leave a card. It's an old video, it's not done very well, but it's me. And so, but with my battle with TN and that kind of thing, so that kind of took a week out of my of my business. And again, when you're the one doing the business, it is what it is, right? So that was kind of, I'm getting a little late start. That was like literally last week. So I'm getting a little bit of a late start of like my Mother's Day things. And again, part of that was because I was busy. So I always try to like pick 2 or 3 things that I'm going to really focus on for Mother's Day. I think I spoke in one of my previous videos about, we did these plant hangers for Mother's Day last year, and we literally sold them by the truckload, and I had so many orders. So we are going to do those this year for Mother's Day. I'm also really going to promote some like the fabric crafts, as far as like hand towels or pot holders or things like that. If you do 2 or 3 different types of crafts, that's kind of where we are, whereas my husband is a woodworker, so he does a lot of woodworking crafts, and I do more of the general crafts, and I do the heat press crafts and the HTV crafts and things like that. So I try to pick like 1 or 2 things of each. That way one of us isn't making, you know, if it's just you, then you just, of course, pick whatever you're into. But in our case, we have 2 people that have strengths that we do the everything together, but his strength is the woodworking and things. Lord knows I cut off a finger, right? I have a couple saws that I use and a couple that I don't, because yeah, clumsy, right? So, but some women are so good at it. This one is not. That's how it is. So I have a few things like that. But anyway, I try to do that. That way I'm not like only selling this one thing or only selling this. It's kind of a half and half, right? Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, so I'm going to do a few things like that. So I really had planned on already having my complete decision made of exactly what I was going to offer. Again, a lot of people will order just random things, right? So it's not just, I will only sell this, but these are the things that I'm going to promote, and then from there I'll take orders of different things. So yeah, so those are the main 2 items that I am going to push for Mother's Day, are some more of the plant hangers and the pot holders, tea towels, things like that. And of course I'll do shirts and cups and all the other things too, right? But those are the 2 things that I'm going to push. Another thing that I wanted to do last year that I did not get around to doing because we were so busy with the Mother's Day plant stands are some personalized crosses for Memorial Day. I'm actually really looking forward to these for some of my own family members. So that's what I'm really going to be. I'm trying to get those like made up and everything. I know that they're going to be real popular. So I just want to make sure that I had plenty of time. But like again, last year I had made like one display one thinking I was going to do it and then ran out of time. So I sat down with my husband a few days ago and I was like, okay, let's plan out like Mother's Day. What are we going to offer? What are we going to offer for Memorial Day? And just got with him because again, we both work full-time, and we both not only work full-time, but we both have pretty demanding careers. And so I wanted to make sure that he was on board because a lot of times he's been short-staffed at the PD and everything, so I didn't want to put too much on him. So I just went to him and said, okay, give me a number, like how many of these can you do? Do you not want to offer them at all? Because if not, that's fine. We'll just do something else. But if you can spare me, a day or 2 in the weekend to make up a whole bunch of these, how many could you get made? How many orders? Just so I kind of have a number in my head. That way I just know that, hey, I can only do like 100 crosses or 50 crosses, or what. You guys just figure out what works out for you guys, if you know. And again, and not only if you're working with somebody else, but sometimes it's good to put those limits on yourself, to be like, you know, just in case things get crazy, because I have seen things get crazy and then you're like, I don't know if I can get them all done. So maybe you say, okay, I can do 20 of these, or I can do 200 of these. Like, it just depends on how fast it is and how much money and how hard it is to get the product and things like that. So that's always a really good idea to have in mind when you're thinking about the upcoming month and the upcoming holiday. And again, guys, I can't stress enough planning. And I still sometimes fail at it. I still sometimes get behind, and I am behind on the Mother's Day thing because it's coming up. I will say most people order the last minute. Be prepared for that. Most people order within the last week to 2 weeks before a holiday, sometimes within the last few days before a holiday. So be prepared for that. Also, with Memorial Day and everything coming up, we are going to be doing like our summer things, like so Yardsies. We sold hundreds of Yardsies, sets of Yardsies, and that's like a family project for us, because I do the vinyl in the bucket, and I laminate the scorecards and things like that. Jacob cuts the blocks, and my son, my 17-year-old, sands them, and then we paint the dots and clear coat them and everything. So it's like a lot of us have our hands involved in that, and it makes it go fast, and we can just crank out a bunch in a short amount of time. So we will be doing some things like that. So if you have a summer craft that you want, be looking at that. So again, guys, it has just been really busy, and that is just to show you guys how quickly things can turn around from being completely slow in the first month or so of spring to all of a sudden now we're in the middle of spring, we're getting geared up for summer vacation for kids in school in about a month, and things are just busy and the orders are rolling in like crazy. So if things are slow for you, know that it'll get busy. It will. It just takes time, and all of a sudden it's sudden. So be sure to leave me comments and let me know, what are some things that you guys sold in April? What are some things you're planning on selling for May? What are some great Mother's Day ideas and gift ideas and craft ideas? I've got a bunch of Mother's Day DIY crafts and things coming up, so be sure to stick around for those. But yeah, leave me some ideas. Were you surprised about April sales? Did you sell a lot? Did you not sell a lot? Are you not selling anything yet? Do you have any other questions about starting your vinyl cutting business, craft business, maybe even an MLM? I'm all about helping you guys, support you guys, and building our businesses, because we are better together, guys. It's not about being competition. The idea is that we all succeed, right? That's what it is, and competition makes us up our game. So that's what I gotta say about that. But yeah, so anyway, leave me some comments below and I'll chat with you down there. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys, and I can't wait to craft with you and see all of your wonderful creations this coming month. See you later, guys. Bye.